a couple things. We were asked really just briefly to tell a little bit about our story, how we got here, which I love to tell this story because I think it's a great story of how what's meant to be is meant to be. Shelly and I have been in business together for 10 years, and we've always had this shared vision about what we wanted to do. We got to a point where we knew we needed to do something else. Being in the chair is great, but we needed something more, and we just didn't know how we were going to get there. Pondered it, and one day I'm out on the internet and I come across Bloom. And first of all, I loved their website. I had total website envy. I'm like, we want that. And I was just drooling. I'm like, yes, how do we do that? Kept talking to Shelly, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I want to do. And we end up going to CSAT and we run into Dr. Skinner. And it was that moment where I just knew, I'm like, this
Partway
is going to change.
Through the training, we looked at each other and we're
Yeah.
like, he's
Bloom.
Bloom.
He's Bloom and Addo. Oh my gosh, he's here. What are the chances? Right? So then we stopped him in the hallway and he said, I'm going to put you in touch with Danny.
And then Danny called us at some time and said, hey, we're thinking, they talked yesterday about how they sit around a lot and don't do a lot. So they were having one of those days.
We got that vibe.
And they're like, let's call those girls in California. And so they did. And so we got in this just relaxed
dialogue.
We just had a big phone call, and it started one of many, many talks since then.
Many.
And I think the greatest thing for us is that, and maybe many of you have felt this way, is that as clinicians, all of our giving and all of our time goes to treatment in the chair. And we wanted to build so much more along the lines of a wellness center. And who has time for that? We have vision, we're willing to work hard, but it's like the business side of things and all those other pieces of managing a big center or even a little center, it pulls us and spreads us so thin. So one of my favorite things about the partnership here is that they've got their 4 guys who are specialists in their own area. And for a lot of us clinicians, we are not necessarily good at business. And so having the other 3 masterminds at the business side of it and Dr. Skinner running the clinical side of it was just made so much sense to us. And we're like, they're doing what we don't have time to do, and they're doing it so well. And so it was just such a great partnership. That was 1.5 years ago, and it was really beautiful yesterday to see you guys walk through the growth and to have everybody move up. Because when we came, we decided after that phone call, we're just going to come up there. We have a good feeling about you guys. We jumped on a plane, came up, they blocked out 2 days for us and just took us through everything, which might be the experience many of you have had, is to just come over and take a look at the things they're doing. So we did that for 2 days, and we were like, yes, 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 yes,
Where
yes,
do we sign?
to everything.
Like, is there a form? Do we sign a form? We'll sign it. How do we get on board?
And so that was just the alliance of, like, they help and support us with any problem or issue or change that we want to make.
It's really been a beautiful partnership, and I know with any growth there's always stress and strain. I know Addo's grown pretty quickly, but every single person who is at the helm of this ship is willing to do whatever they need to do to make sure you're supported. You just got to ask. You have to know who to ask. So it has been a match made in heaven, and it has taken Shelly and I where we always dreamed of going. We've expanded. We now have a second location in San Diego. And that wouldn't have been possible without Addo. So we always say we're their biggest fans. I'm their cheerleader because I can't say enough, and I know Shelly feels the same.
We give them a hard time too.
We do give them a hard time.
We do.